I need you to step off of the play area. Whoa! Have you ever wanted to play a game made by foxkids.com? You do? Well, look no further. Micromaniacs Racing. Designed and published by Codemasters, makers of basically every racing game that isn't Forza. And it's one of the funkiest games I've ever had the pleasure of playing. Considering they plastered Fox Kids on the cover, you'd assume there wouldn't be anything that would, I don't know, frighten a child. And aside from these monsters you race with, there's literally a track called Heart Bypass, with a dead guy that you run on.
Why are you running?
Look, this game is just an overall unique experience. It's funky, it's creative, it's awesome. So let's start off with the most important part. When it comes to game modes, the main game mode is Challenge.
A challenge!
Where you get 3 lives to try to make it through all the levels. And you win by coming in first or second. You only have to beat 1 in each set, so you'd think it'd be easy, but it wasn't for me. You gotta memorize every single turn relative to where you are. So the next lap, you know where you're going. Kinda like when you're locked in someone's trunk, and every turn they make, you make a mark on your arm, so you memorize the track you took to get there. This is actually a scene from a movie called The Collection. And this game has some of the coolest tracks of any racing game. You're inside of a mice tank, or whatever you would call something you keep mice in. I had hamsters and they all died. You can ride little jet skis in a bathtub, little martini action, can't go wrong. You can get epilepsy in this photo red room, bunch of cameras, very cool aesthetic. Enjoy some crochet. This game really factors in what you run on. If you're in the grass, you got good traction. If you're on a slippy surface, you slip around. You can play around in Papa's workshop, jump on some tools, even get decapitated if you're feeling that frisky. You get to hang out at a birthday party and jump on some big jello. This is actually my favorite racetrack because of the jello itself. You can bounce. You can sprint on a blueprint. This game's spitting right now. You can race on a race car, also while dodging the windshield wipers. Hit some sick transfers in the half pipes, literal half pipes. Somehow I'm gonna edit myself skating somewhere and play the Tony Hawk music as well. And what's super cool in this retro gaming room, one of the obstacles is getting sucked into an actual 8-bit game. You gotta dodge meteors and spaceships. Reminds me of like Galaga. I have it in my game case. Heart Bypass, of course, which is creepy, dude. You're running on a guy who's gray. You can hop on a bike and ride around in the greasy garage. Sounds like something from Fortnite. Was there a place in Fortnite called Greasy Garage?
Nope.
You get to ride on a wasp, which is pretty cool, like Ant-Man. You can even flush yourself down the toilet and get spit up in a bathtub. When you're that small, there's endless possibilities. Towards the end, there's this mini train station. It's really hard, but once I memorize the entire map and every twist and turn you gotta take, it's one of my favorite maps. There's Planks-a-Lot. Reminds me of one of my favorite SpongeBob episodes, Pranks-a-Lot.
The Joy Buzzer!
I don't get it.
You can play with your friends, but not in the way you think. You can't all race at the same time, so it's kind of weird to play with other players, but it's still fun, and I still bring it out sometimes.
Yes.
Now I know what you're thinking right now. Why? Well, if we head over to the memoirs, we can get down to the nitty-gritty details. This crazy scientist says the end is near. So his plan is to shrink every human down to 1/360th of their size. So these are real people we're playing with. There's the cover star, V4, who was in a motorcycle accident, so when the scientist saved him, he rebuilt his body using the motorcycle parts, which is scary. The intro of the game is actually him being built, which reminds me of the scene from Small Soldiers where major chip hazards being created. There's Twister. He's been in and out of an asylum for many years, and he's unusually mobile for his size. He looks like a killer clown from outer space. Vortex is pretty cool. She can make black holes, and she was also a scientist, I believe. There's Mesme, or whatever you pronounce it. She's a brain head, big funky eyes, no mouth, and a skullet. It's scary. Foxkids.com. Waldo, the rival doctor, he shrunk his own body down and he's grafted permanently inside of his metal suit. There's Pyra, a lab assistant who got into a bad accident with a mysterious cocktail, ultimately turning her into Captain Magma from the International Justice League of
Super Acquaintances!
Beatbox. He's a man of the streets. He's cool. He loves music. And finally, Mama, a mix of a pig, Jack Russell, and ape. Fox Kids. And because they're super soldiers, each character has their own special abilities, but it's on a pretty small scale, so they're important, but they don't really feel that important, if you get my drift. Speaking of special abilities, I have this Minecraft pillager crossbow. Of course, there's unlockables, like the 4 secret characters here, but I gotta be honest with you, I only unlocked this light bulb guy because I was not good enough to compete at the highest level possible. I'm being straight up honest with you. I missed out on Toxin, kinda like the clown from Twisted Metal. There's also Project X, not the movie, although I do like the movie. Project X is cool too. And then there's Roach, which is his nephew that he turned into a bug. That's about it for this video. I love this game. I don't know where the hell I got it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe as well. And if you're cool, maybe drop a comment down below, and I definitely will respond to it. Anyway, that's about it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a Micromaniacs Racing extravaganza. It's time to get shrunk down to 1/360th of my own size and perform racing. I worked out yesterday, I didn't even shower.